Hello, my name is Nikita. Welcome back to my channel. This is my second video of the night. So if I have the same outfit on, it's because I was filming in the same night. So I have a very interesting topic for y'all today. And before I get started, I want to say that this video is a 18 and up, or whatever, age of consent. But my point is that this video is not for children. So if you're a child, I need y'all to go ahead and exit right now. Also, everything in this video is alleged, and I'm playing my my Islamic music right now in the background because this is a heavy topic, and I don't want anything that I'm saying to transcend into the natural world. So for those of you who don't know, I am Muslim. I converted to Islam last December, and I'm also spiritual. So I believe in in the supernatural and into entities and things of that nature. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and get into the topic. So the title of this video, again, is He Put Roots. I think he put roots on me. And I have 5 signs that I believe were there that I did not take seriously. So the first thing I'm going to say is I met this guy, I believe I met him on a dating app, but I can't confirm that. Because I'm not like big shit, but I do have a lot of followers on Instagram, and sometimes I just forget. Anywho, I believe I met him on a dating app. And this guy, y'all, every time I would post, every time I would do, he would always heart. He double tapping on everything, y'all. So initially, I was flattered, but then it kind of turned into annoyance. And I know some guys are probably thinking girl, what you but it just, it's just damn, look, everything I post, you always, you always up on me. So that was my first impression of him. And I was very much attracted to this person. On paper, yes, he was my type. And it wasn't until he kept, always on my stuff. And I was like, maybe I think I should just block him. It was just dang, you just, he's annoying me. Even though, he's cute, but he's annoying me. So, during this time, this went on for maybe about 8 months, where he would, he would always talk to me, and he had asked me out, and, and I was just I can't really do that, because if you don't know, Muslim women can only marry Muslim men. So if you're not already Muslim, or if you don't plan on converting, I'm not gonna waste your time or mine, because I date for marriage. I don't date just to be like, oh, I got a man. So so I had that conversation with him, and I didn't want to push. I just said, hey, this is the road that I'm on. If you want to be on this road, this is what it's gonna take, So I made that point clear, and I kind of just left it alone. So we finally met each other, and when I met him, I don't think I've ever had a man look at me so intimately. So and looking back, it reminds me kind of if you have a pet and they have a favorite toy, and you take their favorite toy and their eyes are just and they just it was given that. It was given very much I can see through you. That's what it was given, y'all. But of course, I was just so attracted to him, and he had been really pursuing me and stuff, and so I was just I guess he just really likes me. I guess he's just really attracted to me. So the second red flag that I did not notice is that this person had a very dark energy about him. And I know it sounds like I'm contradicting myself because I'm saying I'm attracted to the man, but then he's doing stuff to annoy me and I'm gonna block him. So it's all over the place, y'all. Just roll with it. Just roll with it for me. So anyway, this person had demonic tattoos. And I know that because he showed them to me. He was like, hey, I have this, I have that. And I didn't really think nothing of it because I'm just like, like, again, not everybody has the same background as I do. People can change. But I do recall that there was markings on his body that kind of just brought, attention to me. And I didn't really, I didn't know how to ask. And I didn't feel like it was really my place to ask him that because it's his body. But I had never been around somebody with that type of energy. All I can say is that it's a very heavy energy. It's a very intimate energy, So that leads me to the third red flag. So we had agreed to kind of, like, hey, we're gonna take things slow. And I'm trying to be careful what I say. I was like, we're going to take things slow. I'm going to just say it. We're going to take things slow. And, I want to be taken out. I want to be courted, stuff like that. And it came to the point where we were, in fact, intimate with each other. And y'all, when I say, let me put my laptop down for this, y'all, because when I tell y'all the way this man received me was on a very, like, how can I say this? There was no love making, there were times, where it was, but it was very, like it was on that type of time. It was on that type of time. And I had never had a man be so intentional when we were being intimate with one another. And I remember, when we were doing that, I remember looking at him and he had his eyes on me the entire time. It was like like I'm looking into yo, and I ain't even gonna hold y'all up. Like I really enjoyed it. I can't even, like, I really did. I really enjoyed being intimate with him, because it was an experience, and I feel like this person, like, they're really feeling me. Like, he really likes me. Like, this man, he's looking into my eyes. He's telling me how beautiful I am, how sexy I am, how good I feel, all type of stuff. And it just, I don't know, as a woman, it feels good. It feels good, to have a man, compliment you, in that way and stuff like that. But I just remember, like, after we were intimate, like, I kept thinking about it, and I kept thinking about it. And it came a point to where, like, he had kind of pulled back a little bit. And looking back now, I know what that means. But he had kind of pulled back a little bit, and I was the one who was doing the pursuing. I was the one who was calling and texting and like, hey, when can we hang out? Stuff like that. And I just remember, like, I remember, always, you have the flashbacks and stuff. And also that I was really sore, y'all. I was very, very sore, and not in the special part. Yeah, my arms were sore. My legs were sore. Like, brother was really, like, I want to say, like, on and off, it was probably a total of, like, at least 5 hours where we were just, like, the sexual energy was so charged. I had never really had that type of connection, with a man like that. And I don't know, that's just something I think to just take note of. There are certain things that I won't do, because, again, I am religious, but I'm also spiritual, and I don't know, I do believe, in portals being opened up when you're being vulnerable. And something that I was told by, shout out to Real Talk with Yanni. I love Real Talk with Yanni. I will link her channel down below. But she goes all into, the spiritual aspects of things, but she also does like reviews on relationships and on, celebrity news and all that stuff. But anyway, but she had told her, she was like, y'all, don't, when you orgasm, like don't give eye contact, because that's a channel that's being opened up. And I recall that, we were being intimate, and, he was having his moment, and the eye contact came. And you in the moment, you just don't really think, but like looking back, I'm like, dang, like, I don't know if that was it or not, but that was a third red flag, was just like, just being like so like charged on the intimacy, to it felt like that's all I could think about was him, and us and everything that we did. I have my laptop here if I'm looking down, y'all. But so after that happened, like I said, he had started kind of pushing back a little bit, and I was like, okay, like, he got what he wanted, and I ain't, like, I had a good time too, so like, it is what it is. So like, I wasn't even, I was like, okay, I'll give him some space. And there was some back and forth. We had a falling out because I felt like he only wanted me around whenever he wanted to be intimate. Like, and I had explained to him, like, hey, I want to be taken out. I want to be showed off. I want to be courted. And looking back now, I know, like, yeah, you don't give up, the goodies before you get that. But, it is what it is. So, we had a falling out about that. And I forgot to mention this. Before we had a falling out, I asked him, I said, did you do something, some spiritual stuff? And he was like, no. I was like, no, I don't do magic. I don't know. He said no, but I had a feeling about that. So after we had a falling out, the next day, y'all, is where, like, I don't know what happened, y'all, but the next day I woke up and I felt very, very different. And I could feel my heart just pounding. And I just felt so anxious. And I don't know what I felt anxious about, because I had fallen out with guys before, but it didn't have that type of impact. I was just like, you might be upset, for a day or two, and then you kind of just, you'll go on and but at the next day, I was so anxious. And I remember that I went to go donate blood. And, when you donate blood, like, they'll take your heart rate and stuff like that. And the lady was like, you can't donate. And I was like, watch, like, your heart rate is 160. Now, if you don't know, a normal heart rate is between 80 and 100. So mine was pushing it. And so it was so bad. She was so freaked out that she called an ambulance to come and get me, because she was like, there's no way. And she was like, are you stressed out? Like, is something going on? I said, I feel a little stressed out, but I just remember, like, I don't have any like physical, health problems. Mental is a little different, but I remember like just feeling anxious all the time. And then I started getting these headaches, y'all. And I do have migraines. I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna lie. I do suffer from migraines. And it was always on this side of my head. And it didn't matter, y'all. I could take ibuprofen. I took Midol. I took Excedrin. Nothing would get rid of that headache. Nothing. And that's odd. Like, to me, it's like, damn, like, I'm taking, I didn't take them all at once, of course, but I was like, okay, I tried this, wait a few hours. It didn't go away. Let me try that. And I was like, I just felt different. And so that night, this went on for maybe about 4 days. And I believe on the third night of this, I had a dream. And I couldn't see who was in the dream, but the word popped up in my dream. Black magic. That's what popped up in my dream. So y'all, I woke up, and of course, like, again, my heart is still racing. And at this point, I'm having chest pain, and I'm like, I don't want to go back to the ER. Don't do this, y'all. If you having chest pain, go to the ER. Go ahead, don't do what I do. But I remember, like, I don't want to go back to the ER, but like my chest, like I just feel so out of breath. I have these headaches, and now I feel like this is a spiritual attack because I cut things off. So I called my best friend. I talked to her. You know, she said she would help me on her end. I started praying. I started, you know, I have my, you know, my incense, and I put on, you know, Islamic music to try to clear whatever it was that was going on out. And I want to say I did that one day, and then the next morning when I woke up, y'all, I instantly felt better. I instantly felt better. I woke up like a whole new, I woke up happy. I woke up excited. I woke up calm. I woke up with another thing. During all this, my creative energy, nothing. If I can find the picture, not find it, if I can figure out how to attach the picture, I'll attach it here. I was trying to push through because I believe in, like, you know, girl, you just have, you know, you're a little off. We're gonna still make content, and I'll post a picture I took, but I feel like you can see on my face there's something on my fucking back, man. And there's just, you know, and I can't shake it. But after I did the prayers, after I talked to my best friend, and I had mentioned it to her, I was like, I think this guy might have did something because I haven't had these problems before. And I mean, if you want to be skeptical, could it be anxiety? Of course it could be anxiety. And anxiety does affect your dreams as well. But I've always been very in tune with the supernatural, with the spiritual, ever since I was a child. Like, I can walk into a room and I can know their energy ain't right in that room. The energy in that house, that person, But taking accountability here, I think I let my attraction to him, because when we were talking on, like, you know, Instagram, on social media, I mean, yeah, he was attractive, he was cute, but when I saw him in person, I was like, damn, like, he, you know, like, he's a good looking guy, you know, he's all, you know, all these tattoos, you know, and stuff, and the time we did spend together, other than the intimacy, he did treat me nicely. You know, he was very nice. So I was like, you know, I don't know if he would do anything like that, but I just remember feeling like, just putting it all together, and the fact that after I did that cleansing, I felt better. And that's how I knew, like, okay, maybe this is spiritual. And then the kicker with this is, after I felt better, 24 hours had passed, still feeling good. When it hit the 48-hour mark, that's when he texts me. He texts me then, and I won't say what he said, but, you know, he texted me. I didn't respond, but I felt like maybe I'm right, because maybe he did put something on me, and he knew that I had broke it. Because when I was going through all this, I didn't hear from him. I had ended our communication. Because honestly, I just, you know, I felt used, and I felt like I didn't handle the situation as I should have. I should have made it clear, like, hey, if you want intimacy, I want to be courted. I want to be taken out. I want to be showed off. I want to feel genuine love. I want to feel a genuine connection before I just give you my body. But after he texted me, after everything had cleared up, I was like, I think that's what it is. I think he knew, like, she broke whatever, you know, I had. So, like, you know, let me try to, you know, I'm not fooling with that no more, because I already know what that is. And so I guess the point of this video is to share this story time and say, yes, there are red flags. And y'all, like, especially me growing up, story time is over, so if y'all want to click off, you can. But if you want to stay, I would like for you to stay and listen to this part. Growing up, I didn't really develop what I call, like, a grown woman body until I was in my 30s. And you know, like in high school, like, you know, you have these high school crushes and stuff like that. I had never really got attention from men like that. I think they thought that I was nice, but as far as like the attraction goes, I know now men don't look at me in the same way that they did when I was younger. So something has definitely changed. And I remember, like, you know, it just, I'm just saying, like, sometimes, like, you know, it's, I didn't think I could get an attractive man, you know, because the only guys who ever liked me were, like, you know, like my friends or something like that. But I was just like, I don't, you know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to, you know, to get a guy, you know, that looks this good and, you know, is really, you know, feeling me, you know, and all up on me and stuff like that. So I let that get the better, you know, the better judgment. And I don't want y'all to ever feel like, don't ever feel like, damn, like somebody is so attractive or like you're so unattractive, like you can't, you know, hey, I got to take what I can get because I don't know where the next one coming. Like, don't be like that. And you are beautiful, and pay attention to the red flags. If you feel something is off, do something about that. Whether that be, you know, a prayer, whether it be like a spiritual bath, whether it be, you know, talking to, you know, the lady, you know, but you know you, and you know when something is off. So that's my story time for the night, y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening. Before I leave, shout out to Anisha Danielle. I'm on a gummy, y'all, so I'm sorry. My words is slurring. I'm trying to get the story time. Shout out to Anisha Danielle for showing me so much love, so much support, a true like sisterhood on YouTube. Person who is willing to help smaller YouTubers make it. I'm going to leave Real Talk with Yanni. I'm going to leave her channel below, and I'm also going to leave Anisha Danielle. Anisha, she does like same thing like Yanni. They do like, you know, reviews of, you know, trending topics, other YouTubers. Sometimes, you know, they just, you know, you just chop it up. It's whatever, you know, it is whatever. But thank y'all so much for listening to the story, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah.